Okay, hi guys. This is a quick overview of MCP server, how MCP server really works in Claude. The reason why I'm doing this is because I saw one of a video recently when someone was explaining an MCP server, and I was not happy of how they were explaining it and what's really the demand in the market is. Uh, I uh, I I will try to see what is really happening in the market and what's the demand is, like whether people want, what kind of skills it wants, what's really happening in the market, and what is something that you need to keep yourself updated to. This is the only, I would say, the reason that I'm creating this video. I'm not a teacher, but I will try to be as descriptive as possible and give you a real world use case as to how create an MCP server, how Claude works with it, and different components of it, so that if someone wants to build something like this for their own company, or someone wants a similar architecture to talk to their own. Oh my mic is going down. Okay. Uh, so someone wants a similar architecture, so they can copy this architecture. So this is the only reason that I am doing this um, kind of a video, which is like a more explainer video. To start with, I will work on this. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So just to give you guys an overview how an MCP server works, is that MCP server is that an LLM talks to an MCP server, and MCP server can give some own data, tools, and context. And it is based on the MCP protocol context. Basically, you can go to the MCP protocol context and you can see what's the context or the protocol that they need. So an MCP server tells the LNM or any model that, okay, this is the context, this is the capabilities, or this is how you need to use me if you want a certain kind of data, or if you want to do a certain kind of analysis. So it's like you plug it and it will work the way the MCP server is written. So basically, this is how an MCP server works. So LNM map uh, connect with the client. Okay, so yeah, so your Claude connect to the client and to the server, and this is how it works. It's fine. Okay, now these are the 3 to 4 components of an MCP server, which is like tool. The best thing they can think of a tool is like a web search. Someone says, okay, do a web search for me, and you supposedly you are using SERP API, which is the Google SERP API for web search, and you say that, okay, I want to bring a new tool to my MCP server so that the LNM can call that, and you connect it. You create a tool named search underscore web, and it will do the search or the web analysis for you, and the model can get that answer. Then we have resources. So what exactly is the resources? Like, suppose in your MCP server, a company has their revenue data, and in revenue data, they have a different definition of different items, like sales, and you have direct cost. And direct cost, it could be manufacturing cost, factory cost, overhead cost, or something of that sort. Now they calculate different type of ratios, like factory cost divided by revenue, they call it FCR. And and the model doesn't know what is FCR. Now you tell the AI model that FCR is equal to factory cost divided by sales. So when you give this contextual information, which these are known as resources for an MCP server, basically. So anything we want to give as a resource point to the AI model, which is known as resources. So as I said, these are resources are basically your own customized information or specific information that you give to the um, user. Master G, no, no, Master G. I am just doing this. If anyone wants to know more about MCP server, just know Master G. Pushkar, I don't know how to teach, to be really honest. I just saw someone's video and I was not happy with how they were explaining MCP server. So I thought, let me explain MCP server. And the third component of an MCP server is the prompt. The prompt is basically reusable templates. You say that, okay, calculate the revenue or calculate the profit of the company, or calculate the total sales for yesterday, and you pick that prompt and it will do the calculation or the analysis for you, which is like the total sales analysis. Like any, for example, let me open this and let me get Claude here, and let's do this, and let me so if I go into connectors, yeah, so this if this is a dream mode of MCP, these are connectors basically, like daily sales breakdown. If I click on this, now it will ask me, okay, give me the date for which you want to do a sales analysis. So basically, daily sales breakdown of a specific day's sales by store with detailed metrics. This is actually an MCP server deployed somewhere, but I'm just telling you how the prompts really work from an MCP server. So basically, if I say here 2026 0303 and end add prompt, okay, it's not working. Oh, it's fine. So this is basically you define, okay, it's now working. Yeah, so basically it will do a breakdown sales for this by store, and then it will do this entire steps. So this is what you define in an MCP server, that this is kind of a analysis that you want, and you define the structure in which you want to define, you want to do it. This is more like a skill, but in an MCP server, and you can define different values or different parameters for it. So this is how a prompt works, which is part of an MCP server. The second, the second point is this instruction in sampling. How you want to use an MCP server, the AI needs to know, okay, what exactly do you have in the MCP server. Now this is where you provide instructions and sampling. This is the point wherein when Claude connects with an MCP server, it asks the MCP server, man, what are you for? Like, what do you do? so so the MCP server tells to the Claude that, okay, I am a data warehouse, or I have a sales data for this company, and if you need any sales information, let me know and I will give you the sales information, basically. So this is instruction and sampling, which is part of the MCP server. This is four to five major things that goes in an MCP server: is tools, resources, prompts, instructions, and sampling. Sampling is not really used much, but these four things are definitely used in an MCP server, which is like a good production MCP server, if you can think of. Always have tools, resources, prompts, and instructions. Now, this is fine. We will do an actual implementation of an MCP server, how it really works. I don't daily use no code, show code. I am proper engineering kind of a person, so I would not be doing a no code, show code thing, no vibe code. We will use an actual MCP server to run this thing. And what I'm thinking of using is, let me use the Airbnb MongoDB dataset. This is a good dataset for doing any kind of analysis. Um, uh, let's do inside Airbnb February Amsterdam. Okay. Which one? They have India also. Delhi. No, they don't have Delhi. Let's take this Bangkok Central Thailand thing. Listing calendar reviews, listing CSV. Let's take this. Summary information and metrics for listing in good for visualization purposes. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, now let's go to a different. Let me just close this. Okay. Uh, Let me go to this. Let me go to documents. Uh, Let me make a dir. Let's do Airbnb MCP cd Airbnb MCP. And let's do code. Okay. The best way to scaffold an MCP server is to use something like a Azure Functions. See, you can use anything for scaffolding an MCP server, but I think this is one of the best way to do it, which I personally think they have already given. So if you go into the Azure Functions, you will find the self-hosted MCP server and do yes, 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 and you will get one MCP server here. And let me do npm I. Cool. Now, if we go into the mcp.json, mcp.json is basically your JSON file when you define the MCP servers that you want to use with GitHub Copilot here on the right hand side. Now, if I start this, okay, I have to do func start. What really happened? Okay, let me start from here. Okay, port 7071 is not available, sorry. So I will kill port at 7071, whatever it is running, and it's taking a lot of time. Yeah, okay. So func start cannot find dist. Like why it has an error already. Anv dist, okay. I have to do build tsc. Okay, and let me build and then do func start. Okay, so we got this. This is fine. This is port error 3000. Man. Let me kill port 3000 also. By the way, sorry guys, I am more into a product person, but I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about MCP. I think if anyone wants something of this sort, wherein they want to create an actual servers or things for enterprise people and earn money, I think this is one of the best solutions that you can do at the moment. Okay, unable to port custom not found. Okay, let me try to run this MCP server. It's an error. It's not. Funk host is not running. Host not available after check. Let me ask Opus like what really happening here. It's more likely port issue, but I am not sure. Why is it saying a port issue? By the way, this is Opus 4.7. Uh, I liked it, but it's I know it's very different. It's not that not that great also in a certain way. It overthinks sometimes, and sometimes it do really bad. Mm, okay, let's try this func start again. Okay, now it's working. No. npm run dev. No, let's just do npm run build. Okay, it says it has this now. Phew. Okay, wait, guys. I think I will take some part of this from and let's do func start. Unable to place specify a different port or remove the section to allow dynamic port. Let's check this. Let's just put port 3007 3001, sorry. Same thing. So just do this. I will put this on a GitHub if anyone wants to use this later. Mhm. Uh, why is it really not working? Is encrypted false? Um, npmi and npm run build, and let's do func start. Mm-hmm. This is question. It's not job functions found. Mm. Why is it saying not job functions found? Sorry guys, I don't know this why it says no job function found. Ideally it should be running fine. npm run build, npm run start. I think start is the one. It says it's listening on port 3001. Let's try it on this. Let's try 7071. Let's try 3001. 3001 works basically. I don't know why it's saying it's not. Or anyhow, 3001 works. Now this is at the moment I'm trying to run this MCP server on Postman, and I say hello, and I could say hello, and it will say me hello back. And let's just do run and say it hello, whatever it is. So this is an actual there's no prompts here, there's no resources here, and that is something we will be building. And now I will build one folder here which is data. Sorry for wasting your time guys, I'm really sorry. um, I don't know why this didn't work. This is listing.csv. Let's take this, let's check this. Let's open this in Excel. And so if you see the listing data, it has ID, name, host ID, host name. It has neighborhood group. It has neighborhood. It has latitude, longitude. It has room type. It has price. It has minimum night, and then it has number of reviews. Last review when it happened, then review per month, calculated host listing count, available 365. I don't know, it says I think available 3 whatever it is. Available number of reviews and license. Okay. So we have this data, and let's say how many. Okay, it has a lot of data. Good. What I will do is then if I want an MCP server to work with this data, I need to convert this data into something that. Second, let me close these things. Yeah, so I want this data to be something that should be converted that I could really use. And how I am thinking of doing is that um, if I go into here and let's say I will use some of the things that I've already. I don't want to write a lot of new stuff, to be honest. Let's use this Mongo client, resource text, resources, tool wrappers, prompts, and this tools. Okay, let's close this. We have listing. Okay, what I'm thinking of doing is I will change this to listing. I will also put this on GitHub. I just want to give you a sense of how an MCP server works. I am not a good person in teaching code. So I just want to give you a context around this only. The first thing is giving a data dictionary of how many columns we have here and what they represent. This is the first part of it. Now we don't. Okay, so I will be using MongoDB for this, and for this I will create one folder here, a database here, and where is you? Okay. Let's see. This is Airbnb, and your collection name is listings or listing. Yeah, listings is fine. and I will say create a database. So we've got Airbnb and listings. So I will change here listings. What I'm going to do is that the first thing I'm thinking of doing is I will ask the Opus or any model to change this entire thing to the one that we have in our listings, which is the Airbnb listings. I will say that please change the schema of listings based on the sample listings of Airbnb based on listings.csv, which has the following columns. Okay. Okay. By the way, I have pasted this columns here. I think it will be fine. It can also read CSV. It's Opus 7 4.7, so I think it's really good in finding out what needs to be done. So it's fine. Now I will go in here. Uh, these are some of the tools that the LLM will have, which is list all collections in a database with document counts. This is a simple code which goes into the database of your um, uh, MongoDB. It goes into the collections and tell me what are the different collections. For us, it will be only one collection, which is listings. So whenever this collections will be called, it will always be um, just one, which is uh, your sorry, the collection will be only listings. The second is get schema. Get schema is to get a schema of a collection based on the document type. Supposedly, I will use listings as a collection, then a database. You define a database and it will give you the schema of the collection. For us, the schema is also this, which is um, ID, name, host ID, longitude, latitude, and licenses. And the third is get field values. Like if the I would say this is where the LLM wants that I want some specific field values from the MongoDB. It will use this tool to get those field values. Otherwise, there's nothing extra. One tool is this register aggregation tool, which will do the run aggregation for this MongoDB. Uh, how MongoDB really works is that you can run aggregation queries on the documents of the MongoDB, and it will give you the results back. It's more like an architect, I would say, analytical queries, which is like a run aggregation. So it will run those. Then we have find documents, and it will run a simple query to find documents of a specific type. So this is more like this is not an analytical query. It's like just getting simple documents directly. So this is a basic example of how it would work. Now I will ask it to change this metric definitions, and I will ask it to define some resources. Tool wrapper is fine. What I'm gonna do is I will also take this index.ts. Okay, I'll say is that change the code in index.ts with that of index.index. Copy.ts to match our entire structure. Okay, and one more thing we can do is I will go to the local settings, change this to Airbnb, and okay, it's doing its work. Okay, it wants to delete it. Okay, I will wait for it to complete this file. I think this is creating a new index file. Yeah. So I will walk you through what exactly this is. This is telling it will tell the LLM that you are connected to the Airbnb listing analytics database. This MCP server gives you read-only access to the MongoDB collection listings, and wherein the public listings are for Bangkok. Discovery data is call list collections, and then get the schema of the database for the listings collection, and then it will have different fields. Read the right resource before computing. This server provide different documents. Read them before writing queries. Call get reference metric definitions. Call get reference formatting rules. Then query run aggregation for analytics. Find documents for lookups. Write MongoDB aggregation pipelines. Present format the formatting rules resource. Now, what really is happening is this in server instructions goes to the Claude or ChatGPT for any matter, like for any AI that you use. It always reads this server instructions. Server instructions are very important. You are to need to define it, like okay, what this MCP server is really about and how an AI LLM model needs to talk to the server. And then you can define critical rules here, that there should be no null price currency, inactive listings, like availability 360 activity means the listing is blocked or inactive, and data integrity, if a required data is unavailable on reverse stop and request access. You can define every kind of rule here. This is like your main instructions that goes to the AI model. Now this is done, and what I will do is, if I go to this and let me close, let's just do npm run build, and let's do func start. And okay, let me go to postman and connect back. mm, I don't see any error. Why is it not connecting? Okay, let's see the necessary. Not fetch 3001. mm, what's the code that they are using? Local settings 3001 only. Custom port. Let me try 7071. No. Okay. Let's do npm run dev. HTTP server running on 3001. And okay, now it's connects. Okay, so now it gives you collection, sorry, and the database name is Airbnb. Otherwise, I think it's fine. We don't need to define it because I've defined it into the environment variables also. And if I run this, it will give me this no collection found in the database Airbnb. Now, if I do this, uh, Airbnb, okay, one second. Mhm. Okay, I need to change few things. Can you change and remove the text from prompts .ts resource text.ts resources.ts and tool wrappers. So no collection found in the database Airbnb. And I think something is not working fine. Mm, Guys, sorry for this. There is a two list connections database to Areno collection. The collection sort length. Let me do console here and run this. Request closed. Let's try this again. Let's collections. Found zero collections in database, zero Airbnb. I think there is already one collection here. Not sure why is it saying. Let me check one thing. I will change the. Okay, it has changed few things here. Okay. Anyhow, while this is happening, what I will do is um, get one of the scripts here. Since we need to import this data while this is happening, let me just say import listings. Let me remove this. Import listings string. Let's just put Airbnb and listings and listings. Okay, this thing I have to change. Okay, I will ask again Opus to do it. I don't want to do it myself. So basically, I will. This is a script to import listings into MongoDB. Can you change the column field map index and other structure of what is it? Import listings as per listings.csv and get schema.ts. So basically the get schema is the where we define this listing schema. So listings, this schema is where it goes to the AI model saying that what this name is defines, like this listing title is what name is. This matches exactly how this Airbnb data is here, like ID, name, host name, and just I'm defining it for the AI model that okay, this is the listing. So these are ID, name, host ID, and this is what it defines. So that AI doesn't need to assume anything like what exactly this is. So this is done. Tool wrappers. Is it showing an error? Okay. Now npm run build, and okay, this is done, updated. Okay, it's done. So I don't need to worry about this. And let's go to scripts here, and I will say npx tsc import listings.ts. One second. Okay, I need to. Okay. Oh, sorry. TSX. It was TSX. TSX. And let me go to. Let me close this. Yeah, sorry guys. And let me go to npx tscx. No such. Okay, so I need to do this. Npx tsx, sorry, scripts / import listings.ts. Yeah, so it will read the entire thing and it will import into the MongoDB, creating index. Cool. So 28,000 something went into MongoDB. If we go into this now, let me refresh this. Let me refresh. So yeah, so we have 28,2086 entire all the collections here. One thing I'm not happy with is this part, which is latitude, longitude. I think MongoDB has one specific way to define latitude, longitude, which is like an object. So I think latitude, longitude can be changed. Can you define the latitude, longitude in import listing.tss as per the um, geolocation schema of MongoDB, so that we can run geomap queries on it. So basically, how there's a specific way in which you define a certain location like latitude, longitude in like lat lng in a yeah, is this 2D sphere index way. Exactly. So lng, and it's a point, coordinates, lng and lat. And I need to now delete this listings, and let's just drop this collection. And okay, so this is done, and I will import this again now. So it's importing 28,000 to 806. So it will create an index on things like location and little bit of other points. And let's just Airbnb listings. Yeah, now you see the location is like type point coordinate. So now we can run aggregation queries on this now. And I just latitude longitude is, I think this is not required now, but I don't know, I'm not sure why this is still here. Okay, let's keep it here for now. And availability 6362. Okay, now I think our MCP server is almost ready. What I will do is like npm run build and npm run dev. So we have the MCP server running on 3001. If I go into Postman, let's just disconnect this 3301. Yeah, so let's do this. Collection is listings and sample size is fine. Let's run this. Collection listing is error true. Okay, what I think is happening is my func start is not working correctly. What I'll do is I'll go to 5.4 and let's say, can you tell me why my func start is not working correctly if I do this correctly 7071 if I do this. The reason it's not working correctly is because this local.settings.jsn is always loaded in func start. It will not load in 3001 when I do npm run dev. This thing will not work. It's like Airbnb MCP stateless. The stateless thing will not load local settings. It will only be when I do 7071, but I'm not sure why it is not working. Concrete issues behind that. Log set to node. You removed configuration MCP. Okay. Uh, let's say do the required changes to make it work. Okay. While this is happening, let's go to import listings once again. And I don't want this to be there. Let me just remove this. Or I should keep it. Uh, One thing I think of is patched validate. It's validating. Let's go here and okay, let it validate it. Okay, let's do func start and okay, now let's try this. Um, let's go to Postman. Let's just disconnect and let's just put 7071. Okay, now it works fine. And let's do list collections. Run this. No connection found. Why you got? Okay, listings. Collection name is listings. Fetch failed. Okay, it killed the terminal. Sorry guys, 1 second. Func start. Okay, and let's run this. Not found. Available connections none. Let me change this. I think the reason is this only. Mongo cluster.cosmos.azure.com. No. Yeah, I think I just put it the wrong value there. Let's just do once more, and now it should work fine. And let's run this. Yeah, so you have this entire get schema. Then if I do collections, that says there's one listing collection type collection, document type is 28806. Get field values, let's say Airbnb. No, the listings field, I think name, limit is 3. Okay, so it will get this names, whatever the field values it wants. Then it can do run aggregation queries, like run a MongoDB aggregation query and find document getter, and this is prompts. And if I go to the prompt section, it says neighborhood score, how scorecard. Generate a scorecard for the top neighborhoods by listing supply with median price, activity, and host concentration. Root type breakdown, top host that you want to see, then price distribution that you want to see, then you want to see an activity report. And resources is basically you define metric definitions. If I run this, the what LLM will get is this uh, definition. If I go to this, let me just metric definition, and 1 second, resource text. So Airbnb listings metric definition. So listing is one row in the listing connection, is ID is unique, host is uniquely identified by host ID, and active listening, dormant listings, how you define this. This is key definition. Then price, how is the nightly price of it. Estimated annual revenue is basically price into minimum nights into reviews per month into 12 into review rate. This is how the estimated annual revenue is calculated for Airbnb from a specific host or a Airbnb listing. And then this is how you estimate occupancy. This entire thing goes into a specific resource section. The resource section is basically you defining the rules, how a specific thing is calculated, like activity metrics also, like reviews per month, and number of reviews, LTM measures last 12-month activity specifically. Then you have null handling, how do you handle nulls. So this is the entire resource thing that the AI or any kind of Claude or ChatGPT gets. Cool. And once this is done, I think our AI, MCP server is done. What I will do is I will just do ngrok http 7071, and what we'll do is I will just give you a quick overview of how this will really work on the Claude side, and then we can close this. If you're going to connectors, manage connectors, and say add a custom connector, I would say Airbnb MCP and do this slash MCP and just say add. Okay, you get this entire tools and everything. And if I go come here, and ideally I don't need also Opus. I think Sonnet is will work fine for this, not a and what I will do is, okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm thinking of doing this on co-work. The reason being, I can show you the live artifact also. And let's just go to this, manage connectors. Let me add custom connector. Let's say Airbnb MCP slash MCP, and you say add. A server with the URL already exists. Okay, I think this is the one, that is why. How do I remove this now? Okay. And okay, let me reload the Claude desktop app, and let's go to customize connectors. Yeah, so we have this Airbnb MCP now. Now if we go into here and we say that it's connected, and let's take add from MCP, I would say that uh, like supposedly room type background. Okay, I don't want to use this. Let's do a better thing. Top host. Okay, let's take what are the top hosts that we need, that we want. So I will say add prompt, and this prompt is basically coming from our background backend MCP server, which is we defined in here, which is in prompts. This is a register prompt neighborhood. No, I'm not using this. Roam type, yeah, top host. Identify the largest host by listing count and summarize their portfolio. And then it asks this top n, which is a number, default is 20. And then this is the text that will go into the Claude for analysis purposes. This is where something like a company can define on their like what they want to define, they can do it themselves. So this is what exactly is happening on the Claude side as well. And please, I will say, please analyze this. And once I do this, so it will read this entire our top host text, and read our tools, read our different this metrics definition that we have defined. Could you try uploading it? Like the upload didn't happen. So the upload folder is empty on my end. What exactly I okay. Let's try it again. Yeah, top host 10. Yeah, 15 lines. So try now. I think something is not right. Like this. Hmm. Let's say, can you find the top 10 hosts from the Airbnb? Let's try it directly. I don't know why this is not happening. This looks more like a Claude issue, not an MCP server issue. Definitely, I can tell you that. Allow for all tasks. And now it's getting the prompt top host also. I don't know why this thing is coming off, but I ideally it should be fine. And now it, see, this is now taking the metric definitions also, metric definitions what we defined here, and the definitions come from here. This is our metric definitions, like how the key definitions are, price, annual revenue, and everything. And it will take this reference that, okay, this is how I need to work and define or like calculate different things. So it will take this as a reference and then do the entire analysis as how uh, we want to do it, basically. I should have done allow all. Yeah. So see, this is now it's telling me, okay, this is the entire top 10 Airbnb hostings in Bangkok. And this is how it did the entire reference point and did the aggregation. If you see here, this is the entire aggregation, and then it did this. I have told casual one listing, small operator 2 to 5, and then we have this entire information here, like this is the best host, Kritika is the best host ID is this, number total listings is N82, active listings 12, Vandana is a place. They give out the entire home, apartment, and entire um, which hosts are generating. Okay, let's say, okay, which are on the just estimated revenue. And to be to iterate it again, this is not something it is doing by its own assumption. It is using the same um, calculating the same way that we have defined it here, which is like a metric definition. It doesn't assume anything. It always use this same kind of analysis calculation that, okay, price is this, estimated revenue is this, is how we calculate, like price, minimum nights, reviews per month into 12 into review rate. So this is how it will calculate the estimated revenue also. So it's not like, okay, it will assume something and do it. It will always be uh, okay, it has review or review rate, it has, I think, assumed, because we defined it here. But we might not have review rate, it's fine, we will define it and it will work fine. So this is what the average listing or estimated annual revenue looks like for different um, top 10 hosts maybe. So this is how it is calculating it. And this is an actual database, like 28,000 records, and this is how it is doing it. um, can you one last thing I will do is, um, can you tell me the best place to stay in Bangkok for 45 days? My budget is around uh, $100 per night. Like if we take this as a case, okay, it says that, so it's available for 234 days. Average rating 1.42, average price will be 3426, which is like less than 3500. And these are the top 5 places that I can stay at Airbnb. Our top recommended listings is 2BR, BTS, Ikami, 300 meters, Sky Minimum Lauren, 3674, minimum is 2 nights. Okay, this is, it's also saying, okay, these are the best area, this is the runner up, and this and that, it's fine. Uh, one thing I can also show is, can you create a live artifact for me, uh, wherein I can when I can click. Okay, no, I would say I don't want a map. I would say I create a live artifact wherein I can analyze the revenue uh, of listings myself. So this is the last thing I want to just show you, that this is how you can create a live artifact. And uh, coming back to what I said in the initial PPT, like a small PPT, that there are 3 to 4 main components. Tools is what you define, like run aggregation, get schema of a database, or get a document or field value. These are tools. Resources is like metric definition. Resources is You define something, okay, this is how you calculate an estimated revenue, or you calculate an estimated nightly price. Anything that a company wants to define around their data, it could be anything, it could be also a skill, it could be in anything. This is where you define resources. Then we have the prompt section, like reusable templates that anyone can control or give to the AI. So once you connect an MCP server, you have three main options, and the last one is your instructions. Instructions is guidance by the server to the AI model. Okay, this is this is what I do, this is what I have, and this is how I you need to use me for your analysis purposes. So it is this is running, and and I think I mostly covered everything. I just didn't want to write code. I will just put this code in a GitHub repository so that you guys can look at. I don't think anyone now should be writing code. I think it's more about you thinking more at an architecture level, that okay, this is how you need to define an MCP server for a company if you want to if you want to work with a company, or you want to earn using an MCP server creation and helping them in their analysis part. I don't want to write code because it's a redundant now. I don't want to waste 3 4 days writing code and all. So anyhow, I think no one should be writing code now, but use AI, but use all the I would say think more like an architecture of how you should define an MCP server and how it will look like on the AI side. Okay, it's creating the artifact. Once it's create the artifact, and I will show you the data dashboard it creates, then I will close the stream. I just did this. I don't really teach, guys, and this is why I did this, because um, I saw a video wherein they were not teaching MCP server to the complete, and I thought that I would make a small video of MCP server and how it really works. It's just a quick overview on my side. It's nothing that I am a teacher or something. So yeah. Okay, so exact now see if it has created this nice, whatever you call it nice or not, I don't know, but it has created this nice dashboard or like a Power BI report wherein you can manage or see your top host by estimated revenue. Let's just do this, like take a private home. Okay, so shared room, and it tells you how much they have run. Let's say top 10. Okay, top 10 is not working. And 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, yeah. And let's say 25. Oh, it's working downstairs, down, but it's not working here. Okay, okay, so it says top 10, yeah, so now it's work fine. So it will always show you here also this entire thing. Yeah, that's it, guys. I have to run now also, somewhere is on door. Bye.